Welcome. We're going to be doing our Vinyasa flow this morning. My name's Elyssa, and we've got the next hour to explore our bodies and our breath and movement. See how we're feeling, get ourselves ready for the day. So, if you want to, you can close your eyes. You can see how you want to start your practice. If you want to start seated, you can remain seated. If you want to start lying down, then please do. Just see where your body feels cool to be. We'll take the first few moments of this practice just to drop into our bodies, to check in with ourselves, see how we're doing. So we might take a deep breath in through the nose. Maybe sigh out. Maybe taking a few more, just releasing, cleansing breaths into the body. You might start to seal the lips. And see if you can breathe gently in and out through the nose. When we're breathing into the body, can we bring our awareness to the belly? So see if you can inflate the belly. And then bring the awareness to the rib cage as it expands, and then the chest. And then the exhale, can we begin to do the reverse? So notice the chest falling, the rib cage drawing in, and the belly drawing in. So take your time with your breath. And try to breathe in those three parts, so the belly, the rib cage, the chest. And then reverse the chest, the rib cage, the belly. Notice how it feels to breathe deeply into your body, to fill your body up with this new energy. And on the exhales, when we're releasing, we're letting the breath go, we're letting something leave the body. So each inhale, we're drawing in fuel for ourselves. And each exhale, we can release anything that's inside of us. We can feel the body soften, we can let things go. Try to send the breath now around the whole body. So think of it, visualize it traveling down into the legs, into the feet. Your breath filling up the body, traveling into the arms, down to the hands. Breathing deeply in towards the head, up the neck, up the spine. And check in with yourself, how am I feeling today? So we want to work with our bodies, not against them. So please do feel free to add things to this practice, take things out, come to rest at any point. If you've got any injuries or niggles, please do adapt the practice to suit your body as it's showing up today. So with that in mind, can we begin to feel into our body, so gently moving into them. You choose what this movement looks like. You can keep the eyes shut. Maybe taking it slow into the fingers and toes or the neck. Inhaling deeply into the body as you bring movement in. Keep exploring. Those of you lying down, gently make your way up to seated. And if we're seated, we can still have a wriggle. Take your time if you're coming up. Maybe you roll to one side. Maybe you peel yourself up bit by bit. We bring hands to the knees or to the thighs, keeping the eyes closed. Just have a little play with the spine now. You might take circles. You might just wriggle into the shoulders, the spine, the shoulders, and the neck. Have a little feel. Move in any way that feels good. You might also notice resistance. Sometimes it feels hard to give yourself that freedom to explore. Just want to bring some awareness into how it feels. Wherever we are, we might take an inhale through the nose and a big sigh out. Now gently start to lengthen the spine long and round through your sitting bones. Can we bring the palms together at heart center? Find a bit of stillness once again. The top of the head reaching towards the sky. Noticing how you feel. If you'd like to set an intention for the practice, please do. It could be a word or a sentence, perhaps something you want to call in for yourself, something you want to take with you when you step off your mat. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. And we float hands down to the floor and we come straight into our tabletop. So we're coming to hands and knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Press down through every single knuckle. The wrists are beneath the shoulders. The knees are below the hips. We're coming into our cat-cow. So on our inhale, can we lower the belly button down? Tailbone comes up, shoulders back, and chest through. And on our exhales, pulling in the belly button towards the spine, tailbone down, chin towards the chest. Moving between the two at your pace, so go with your breath. On the inhales, feel the front of the body open. On the exhales, can you press through the hands, round between the shoulder blades, where you're pushing the ground away. Go into your spine. Start to notice how it feels to connect your movement with your breath. So use the full length of your breath. Both inhales, inhaling all the way. And the exhales, exhaling, releasing. Let's go for one more inhale, but there's no rush to get there, so if you're going at a different pace, don't worry. And on your next exhale, can we find a wildcat? So you choose again how you want to move. Have a little explore in the hands and knees. Feel into the hips, perhaps, the shoulders, the wrists, the neck. Anything that feels good. Maybe you take a big yawn. Maybe you take a sigh out. And gently, can we send the hips towards the heels to find a child's pose? So we can bring big toes to touch. Send the hips back, hands might slide forwards. Knees can be together or out to the sides of the mat. To you. The head doesn't have to touch the floor, but perhaps if it does, you just rock it from side to side, massaging your third eye. And then breathe into the back of your body so you can feel this 360 breath all the way around the chest. So you're not just breathing into the front, but you've got the sides and the back expanding in every direction. Keeping the breath nice and clear. And then gently press through the hands, come back up into your tabletop. Curl the toes under. We're going to send the hips up and back into a downward facing dog. You can keep both knees bent. You can paddle out your feet. Have a little wriggle. Maybe relax the head and the neck and give it a shake. Pressing through the hands. Make sure your fingers are spread as wide as they can be. So you're pressing through the fingers as well as the base of the palm. So the weight is spread out through the whole hand. Nice. Keeping the spine long, tailbone towards the sky. Explore your breath here. Is it still present in the body? We're trying to get a long line from hands to hips, so we don't have to have straight legs. Sometimes keeping a bend in the knees, a generous bend in the knees, can help you feel your spine lengthen. Yeah. Push the ground away from you. Now gently can we soften into the knees and look towards the top of the mat. Can we walk our feet to the top to find a ragdoll? Feet come hip distance apart. And we take hold of the elbows, relax the head and the neck. We might sway from side to side, nod or shake the head. Just find your upper body, your spine, your neck releasing. Keep the knees nice and bent. So you can really let go of any strain on the backs of the legs. And then start to connect to the feet. So your feet are rooting you down now. Feel into the toes, into the soles of the feet, the heels. And then we're letting go of the elbows. On an inhale, we're going to slide the hands up the shins and find a flat back halfway lift. Your knees can still be bent. If you want, you can straighten them, shoulders back. Exhale, release, slow it down. I'm going to do it 2 more times. So on an inhale, coming up, flat back. What we want is to feel our spine straight through the belly and up. Exhale, soften down, release. One more deep breath in, coming up, flat back, no spine. And exhale, soften down. Now can we root through the feet? Inhale to rise all the way up to stand. Can you take your arms with you as you go, scooping them up? And into the sky, maybe look up at the ceiling. And exhale, hands can come through heart center. Release them down to find your Tadasana. So the arms either side of the body. Can we spread the fingers? So we make this pose really powerful, really purposeful. Spread your toes, feel them rooting into the ground. Feel yourself rooting down. Engage the thighs and lift the kneecaps. Feel the top of your head growing towards the sky. Maybe the eyes closed. If you have an intention, perhaps just step back to yourself. Or just notice your breath and how you feel. And on an inhale, can you reach arms up to the sky? Interlace the fingers, index finger out. On an exhale, can we reach towards the right? Leaning over, full little side stretch. On an inhale, come back to center. Reach up. And exhale towards the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, practice the arms inside out. Open the heart, lovely. Inhale, scoop the arms back up. Exhale, forward fold. So from the hips hinging down, you can soften the knees at the head hang. And on an inhale, find that flat back again, long spine. Remember, knees can be bent, shoulders back, pull the belly in. Exhale, hands frame the feet. And you step your left foot all the way back, drop left knee to the ground. Scoop both arms up to the sky as we inhale into our low lunge. When we exhale, take the twist to the right. So leave the hips pointing forward, the twist comes through the spine. Draw that right shoulder back. And on an inhale, can you reach the left arm up and back? And when we exhale, hands are going to swing around, frame front foot. Then gently we send the hips back, lifting the right toes off the ground. Walking the hands back, we have got bricks that we can put either side of the leg. From here, keep the bricks there if you're using them. And on an inhale, we're going to cycle forward, scoop the arms up to the sky, into a low lunge. You can push the hips forward if that feels good. Make sure that right knee doesn't go beyond the toes. And exhale, send it back to where we were, right toes off of the ground, so opening the back of the leg. Move between the two. Exhale, send it back. Last one. Exhale, take it back. Lovely, we can move the bricks out the way. As we inhale, we're going to plant that right foot down. Frame the foot with the hands. Left toes curl under, lift left knee up. Right foot goes back to join the left. We're in a high plank. Can we press the ground away from you? Squeeze your core, your glutes, your thighs. When we exhale, dropping the knees, bend into the elbows. We lower ourselves all the way down to the ground. And on an inhale, come into your cobra. Hips still on the floor, elbows point back. Exhale, come through the knees. Maybe a child's pose or straight into your down dog, your choice. So just feel into your body as we start to warm it up, as we start to move into it. Remind yourself, you can stop when you want. You can rest when you want. You can put things in, take things out. Wherever we are, we might take a deep breath in. Big exhale, sigh out. Maybe one more, breath out, deep breath. So let's soften into the knees, so bend into them, looking forward to the top of the mat. On an inhale, big step to the top or hop to the top, your choice, and lift the chest up halfway. So all one breath in. When we exhale, forward fold. And on an inhale, root through the feet, rise to stand, scooping hands as you go, lengthen and grow and change. Exhale, hands through heart center. Find your Tadasana. Maybe the eyes close and you take a moment here. Balancing between your right and left sides, finding your center. So again, noticing the feet rooting you down, the power that comes up the legs, up the spine, to the tip of the head. Let's do the other side. So on an inhale, scoop the hands up to the sky, interlace the fingers, index finger out. When we exhale, can we lean to the right? On an inhale, come back to center. Reach up. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, cactus side out. Lift the chest up to the sky. Inhale, scoop the hands up, make gentle back bend if it feels good. And exhale, forward fold. Hinge from the hips, float yourself down. Inhale, coming up halfway, long, flat back. Exhale, hands frame the feet. The right foot's going all the way back. Now step it behind you, drop the knee. Inhale, both hands scoop up to the sky, low lunge even. Keep the hips forward, exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to reach the right hand gently up. So we reverse. And exhale, hands float down to frame the front foot. Then gently can we send the hips back, lifting left toes off the ground. Walking hands back, remembering blocks are there when we want them either side of that leg. Keep the leg nice and long. Try to keep the hips in line and cycle between our low lunge and this. Inhale, scooting forward. Exhale, send it back. Lovely. 2 more times with your breath. You can push the hips forward. Exhale, take it back. 1 more. Coming forwards when you're ready. Exhale when you're ready. On next inhale, can we frame the front foot? Press through the hands. Let's take the left foot back to join the right, lifting that right foot off of the right knee. Deep breath in, find your high plank. So find that long line in the body, shoulders over the wrist. You can hold it even for 2 more breaths if you want to, you can drop the knees. Okay. Last breath in. And next exhale, drop your knees to the ground, lower yourself down, and the arms brush the sides of your body as you lower and release to the floor. On an inhale, come into your cobra. So find some left, shoulders down the back. Exhale, down double child's pose, your choice. Just find how your body feels, how you want to move. Give yourself a wildcat if you want, have a wriggle if you want. Notice where your breath is. Just feel clear into the body. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. One more perhaps. Deep breath in. And let it go. Soften into both of your knees, looking towards the top of the mat. On an inhale, big hop or step to the top. Put feet together, lift the chest up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Let the head hang. Root through the feet. Inhale, rise to stand. Scooping hands to the sky. Reach jump. And exhale, hands through heart center. Find up to Tadasana. We can release the hands to the side. Maybe the eyes close again. Find your breath. Use this as a reset. Check in with how you're doing. Lovely. We can blink the eyes open. I'm going to root down through that right foot. Focus on a spot in front of you. Maybe bringing hands to heart center. And we're going to lift that left foot off of the floor. Bring the knee out in front. Now, as you've done this, maybe notice, have you started to collapse into that right side? Can you lift yourself up? Feel the top of the head reaching high. We're going to explore warrior 3. So we're going to send the left foot back as we start to lean forward. Now, we might find balance, we might be wobbling. Wherever we are is okay. So try to keep the hips aligned. Option as well, bricks are there. If you want to have them on the floor in front, you can have them there for your hands. Nice. Try to bring that left hip in line with the right, so just lowering the hip a little. One more breath in wherever you are. And when we next exhale, bend into the right knee, land the left foot down behind you. Both hands come up and we're in a high lunge. So we're in the ball of the back foot. And the front knee is bent, hips are pointing forward. Can you push your left hip forwards? It's going to spur us off to the front of the mat. And that right hip's kind of gently pulling back. Nice. One more breath in. And when we exhale, can we drop the arms and lean forward, bowing down. So we've got a diagonal line in the body. Inhale, scoop the hands up. Reach up, lift the chest and the gaze up. 2 more times. Exhale, lean forward, drop the arms down. Inhale, reach up. You might want to go for a gentle back bend, reaching back. And exhale. Lean forward. Inhale to come back. This time, exhale, open into warrior 2. So pivot on your back foot. It's in line with the back end of the mat. We can line our right heel up with the arch of the left foot. Don't be afraid to move the feet if you need to. And go as deep as you want. So you can always lift the feet wider and sink a little deeper. Turn the right knee out. Keep your hips open. And feel your arms reach away. Your gaze, your drishti, is over the right middle finger. Right palm to the sky now. On an inhale, can we reverse? Keep the legs the same. We just reach the hand back. And when we exhale, come up, straighten the front leg. Send the hips towards the window, so both legs straight, hips go back, reach towards me. Keep your spine long. And then from here, don't worry about dipping the spine anymore. Just lower the right hand down, left hand to the sky. That way our spine stays straight and long. The gaze can go to the left hand if that feels okay. To turn the head out. Really nice. That way our torso stacked over the front leg. That left hip's peeling back. Use your breath. Next, inhale, coming all the way up. When we exhale, pivot on the left foot so it points to the back end of the mat. We're going to the left, so we're going to the back of the mat, bending into that left knee, to the back of the mat, lowering down, hands might come to the floor. Skandasana. Our right toes are off of the ground, so it's like the heel is on the floor. Hips are opening, hands might explore heart center if we can find balance. We might take left fingertips to the floor with the arm in front of the left leg, and the right arm can reach to the sky if that feels okay. Now exhale, hands to the floor. Let's walk our way around to the front. So we come all the way around to frame the front foot at the top of the mat. Right foot goes back to join the left. Deep breath in, press the ground away from you. When you exhale, move through your vinyasa. You can drop the knees like you've been doing or chaturanga, keeping the body in one straight line, lower halfway down. Inhale into your up dog. Hips off the ground if you are doing this. Exhale, downward facing dog, or maybe your child's pose. With the head and neck round. Keep your breath long. Keep the spine long, tailbone towards the sky. Excellent. Deep breath in. Long exhale. Maybe one more. We'll bend into the knees up to the top of the mat. On an inhale, hop or step to the top, lifting the chest up halfway. When we exhale, forward fold. Root through the feet, and on an inhale, rise up to stand, scooping hands to the sky. Feel yourself grow, lengthen. Exhale, hands through heart center, find your Tadasana, so starting off again. Focus on the spot in front of you, root down through the left leg now. We can bring hands to heart center. Keep feeling like we're lifting up, and now take that right knee off of the floor. Bring the right foot out in front. Deep breath in, lift up out the hips. And when we exhale, start to send the leg back as the chest comes forward. Keep pulling in the belly. Use your pelvic floor for lots of control. Push the heel back, dynamic in the body, lengthening. Trying to level out that right hip with the left. Keep your breath long. One more inhale. And when we exhale, soften that left knee, land the right foot down, scooping hands up to the sky. High up. When we next exhale, we lean forward, dropping the arms down. Bow. Inhale, reach up. Keep the hips square to the top of the mat. And when we exhale, leaning forward, bowing down. That left leg working hard. Breathe into your body. Inhale, take the hands high. Reach up, high lunge. And exhale, back forward. Inhale, coming up. Scoop the hands up to the sky. And this time we exhale, open into warrior two. So back foot's in line with the short edge of the mat. So your hips open. When you take that inhale, feel the spine lengthen. But when you exhale, feel the shoulders soften. Reach from the left fingertips to the right fingertips. So sometimes you can check your back arm. Is it in line with the front? Use your breath. Left palm to the sky. And on an inhale, reverse. So reach it back. Keeping the legs the same. When we exhale, come up. And straighten the left leg. Send the hips back. Reach towards me. Find that leg first of all. Legs straight. Both legs straight. And then lower left arm down. Right arm up to the sky. Lovely. Try to stack that right shoulder over the left shoulder. So we're really reaching. Feel your chest open towards the right. Right hip peeling back. Use your breath. Keep the neck extended. Now big breath in, coming all the way up. And when we exhale, pivot on your back foot, turn it to the back corner. We can bring hands down to heart center to the ground as we sink into that right knee towards the back of the mat. The left toes come off the ground. Might look different for everyone, but have a little explore. Perhaps hands to heart center if we can find balance. Maybe right fingertips to the floor and left arm to the sky. Reach up. Use your breath, opening your hips. When we're ready, next exhale, hands to the ground. We walk them all the way around. Frame the front foot at the top of the mat. Sending the left foot back to join the right. Hold your high plank, press the ground away from you. And when you're ready, move through your vinyasa. Take your time. Bring it into your breath. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Maybe have a little wriggle, shake off the head and neck. Make sure the fingers are spread. You're pressing through them. It's helping you root. It's helping you lengthen the spine. Kind of soften into the knees. Look towards the top of the mat. And on your inhale, upper step to the top. Lift the chest up halfway. All on an inhale. And when we exhale, find that fold. Get the head relaxed. Root through the feet. We rise all the way to stand. Feel yourself unraveling, grow into the sky. And exhale, hands can come through heart center. Find out Tadasana. The eyes might close. Breathe into the body, into your chest. Now root down through both feet. Blink the eyes open. On an inhale, we'll find Utkatasana, our chair pose. So we bend the knees, scoop the hands high, hold it here. So we want to have, your feet can be together or hip distance apart, up to you. We want to have the weight back towards the heels so that the knees or the toes are peeking out from beneath the knees. If you glance down, we should be able to see them just a little bit. Pull the belly in. Keep the spine long. One more breath in. When we exhale, forward fold, release down. Then you take hold of the big toes with your index finger and your middle finger. Feet now want to be hip distance apart, so give them a little wriggle out and then up there. On an inhale, lift the belly, lift the spine, look forwards a little. And when we exhale, we're finding a fold. Now you can bend your knees as much as you need to in this position. Let the head hang. Elbows come out to the sides. Shoulders are away from the ears. Finding our fold, really nice. Soften into the body. You want to be opening the back to the legs. Just gently, only to where your body feels okay through this one. Breath low. Now inhale to lift the chest up. Keep the spine long. Exhale, hands are going to frame the feet. Take your time to step the feet back. Find a high plank. Deep breath in. And then when you're ready, move through your vinyasa. You can drop your knees or chaturanga as you exhale to lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. When you're ready, finding downward facing dog. Step the fingers and push the ground away from you. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Let's root down through the left foot. On an inhale, the right leg is coming to the sky. Three-legged dog. When we exhale, draw the knee towards the nose as the shoulders move forwards over the wrist. Squeeze the thigh to the chest. Inhale, send the leg to the sky. Take the full length of your breath. Now bring that right knee to the right elbow as the shoulders move forward. Squeeze it down. Inhale, leg to the sky. Spread the fingers, root through the whole hand. Exhale, bring the knee across the body to the left elbow. Inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale, land the foot through between the hands. Deep breath in, rise up into a high lunge. And when we exhale, can we find a twist? So keep the hips pointing forward, twist to the right. Hold it here, deep breath in. Turn the palms to the wall and keep that right shoulder drawing back. Excellent. On our next inhale, let's explore reversing this twist. So inhale to reach the left hand up and back down. And when we exhale, we'll find a warrior two. So you can spin or lower that left arm down, pivot on the right foot. So now to open into warrior two. Gaze over the front middle finger. Right palm to the sky. Inhale to reverse, reach it back. Exhale to swing the hands around, frame front foot. Now wiggle the right foot outside of right hand. So it's all the way to the edge of the mat. Inhale to peel right arm up to the sky. Find a twist. Exhale, hold it here. Push the left heel back towards the window. Deep breath in. And exhale, lower right hand down to the floor. Dropping left knee to the ground. Feel onto that right hip. So a bit of a lizard lunge. We can stay on the hands. If you want to, you can come to the forearms. Breathing gently into your hip. Now gently coming back to the hands if you're not already there. Option if you want to. We're going to bend that left knee so the foot comes towards us. But be aware, you don't want to be on your kneecap. You kind of want to move to the top of the kneecap, the fleshy bit above the kneecap. Then we bend the foot in towards us. If we want to, we can take the right hand all the way back. We might touch the foot, we might not. We don't need to force anything. We can just reach it back. 2 more breaths wherever you are. Last breath in. And we exhale, release the foot, release the hand back to the mat. And we bring the right knee behind right wrist and find a pigeon pose now. Might take some adjusting, that's fine. Just give yourself a room, give yourself space to move. This left leg goes straight out behind you. We want to feel quite level across the hips. So as you're seated upright, you might notice that you're rolling to the right. If so, grab your brick and plant it underneath the right hip. If it feels good to, you can come to the forearms, you can start to fold forwards, you can rest the head on the floor. You might then notice that you're rolling to the left. If you start to roll to the left, you also can bring a block on the left hip. So either way, just tune into the hips. So you kind of want to feel level. Something doesn't feel right, feel very free to give me a wave. We should be stretching through that right IT band, the right knee glute and hip. Softening our breath. Starting to slow our practice down as we're coming towards the ground. And gently, let's make our way back to the hands, lifting up the chest. Hands come to the floor, curl the left toes under, and we lift that left knee off the ground. On an inhale, can we swing the right leg back up to the sky, three-legged dog. Now your choice here, you can drop the foot straight into your down dog, you can three-legged chaturanga, you can move through Vinyasa normally. So inhale, if you want the leg high, inhale to come forward, high plank with the leg up. Exhale, lower it down, chaturanga, leg up, then drop the foot. Inhale, up, down. Exhale, down, wherever you are. Deep breath in, big breath out. Let's do the other side. Inhale, the left leg's coming to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose, squeeze the thigh to the chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, send the leg back up to the sky, all the way up. Exhale, bringing into the left elbow, shoulders forward. Inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale, bring the leg across the body to the right elbow. Inhale, leg up. And when we exhale, can we land the foot through between the hands? Deep breath in to rise up into high lunge. Bending into the left knee. And exhale, find a twist to the left, turning the body or twisting the spine even. So the hips still point forward, twist come through the spine, that left shoulder's drawing back, palms face the wall. On a gentle inhale, we're going to reach the right arm back if it feels okay to. And when we exhale, let's open into warrior two, so we can swing the arms down, we can pivot on the back foot, scoop the arms round to open into our warrior two. Left knees bend. Use your breath, soften the shoulders. Left palm to the sky. Inhale to reverse, reach it back. Exhale, hand swing around, framing left. Just move the left foot all the way out to the edge of the mat. So left hand comes inside, we can drop right knee to the floor. In fact, let's pick right knee up because I forgot a bit. So with the right knee lifted, we can peel the left hand up to the sky. Send the gaze up, hold it here, exhale. And you push the right heel back towards the window, deep breath in. And now we exhale, lower the hand down. Drop the back into the floor. Breathe into that left hand. You might want to turn the left knee out so you can feel the hips opening. Some of you might like to come to the forearms, have a little explore here. Keep your breath nice and long. You can be still, you can add a wriggle, whatever feels okay. Coming back to the hands. And if we want to, again, option is to draw that back foot towards your glutes. And then if we want to, we might take the left hand all the way back. We might be able to reach the foot, we might not, and that's okay. We'll take 2 more breaths wherever we are, just exploring our bodies. Next, exhale, lower the left hand down, the right foot back down to the floor. Press through the hands, make some space so we can bring left knee behind left wrist. The foot is out towards the right. Send the right leg straight up behind you. Just check the right leg is straight back. You can use bricks again to prop your hips up if you want. Come to the forearms if it feels good, or rest your head to the ground. Feel into the hips. Are they level with one another? The right and the left. Nice. Then gently we're going to come up onto the hands, lifting ourselves back up. Can you curl the right toes underneath the right knee off the floor? Press through both hands, and on an inhale, swing the left leg up to the sky, 3 legs up. Your choice of Vinyasa. You can choose to keep the leg lifted, you can come straight to a down dog if you are tired. Feel into your final downward facing dog of the practice. So really push through the mat, lengthen your spine, let your head and neck relax. Feel the belly button gently pulling in towards the spine. Your breath nice and clear into the body. We're going to soften into the knees, looking forwards. We can step through to seated, you can jump through to seated, up to you. Take the legs up long in front. First challenge, we're just going to try and sit up straight. Now if you notice that your spine is kind of rounded or you're sinking back, feel free to use a brick. Sit on the brick. If you want a smaller foam one, they can also be good. Give me a couple. And by sitting on the brick, it also helps us to tilt our pelvis forward. So you always sit on the edge of it. So it's going to help you to tilt the pelvis in the right direction. So if this is enough today, because this is going to open the backs of the legs if you draw the toes towards you. If that already feels like a lot, just work with staying seated upright. If you want to come to a fold, what we want to try and do is fold a hinge from the hips forwards rather than rounding the spine. So if we start to lose our shape and we're rounding here, please come up a little to extend your spine. Now just give it a go. So deep breath in if you want to fold. When we exhale from the hips, start to hinge forward. Pull the belly in. Hinging, reaching beyond the toes. When we've gone as far as we can we lower the arms down. So notice how I started to round the upper spine. Can I open my chest so I'm looking beyond the toes and reaching beyond the toes? Can I keep the collarbones open? And then use your breath. Lovely, really nice. So each inhale, we can feel the backs of the legs open, the back body entirely open. And on the exhales, we just soften and rise. You might close the eyes, use your breath. Inhale. Exhale, soften and rise. One more. And lovely deep breath in and out. We can wriggle off the legs, we can remove ourselves from a brick if we were sat on it. Then plant the soles of the feet to the ground in front. Make sure there's space behind you. We're going to lower ourselves all the way to the floor. Bit by bit, you can use your core if you want. You can use the hands to guide you down to you. Then bring the feet close enough to you that you can brush the heels of the fingertips. Feet are hip distance apart. We're going to press down through the feet and you're going to push and lift the hips off the ground. So push them up towards the sky and lift the spine off the floor to find your bridge. We start to squeeze the shoulder blades together underneath you, interlacing the fingers and press the hands down to the ground. Keep lifting the hips and the spine, pushing up. One more breath in. And then next exhale, lower and back down to the floor. Take the arms out wide if there's space. If not, just practice them. You can bend the elbows. And we're going to find some supine twists. We can move the hips just an inch or so to the left. So lift them up and lower them down maybe an inch to the left. And then drop the knees to the right. So you twist the knees to the right. If you prefer, you can cross the legs over if that suits you better. And then turn the head to the left. See how that feels. We want the shoulders to connect to the ground, the knees don't have to touch the floor. And then allow your body to become passive here. Just find the softness in the body. Gently on an inhale, bring both knees to center, unravel. Your exhale, allow your spine to return to neutral. So just feel yourself soften, spine flat to the floor. And then gently, we're going to take the other side. So moving the hips maybe an inch or so over to the right. And then dropping both knees down to the left. Turning the head to the right. Shoulders connect to the floor. Then gently inhale for knees to come to center. Exhale, spine turns to neutral. Let's take any other movement you want in your body. So you might find a happy baby, you might curl up into a ball, you might put legs to the sky, or a big stretch out long. Just see if there's anything else that you'd like to explore. Taking your time, preparing your body for Shavasana, for your final resting place. When you're ready, find Shavasana, so find somewhere comfortable for you to rest for the final few minutes of the practice. If anyone would like a blanket, if you would like a bolster, do let me know. Wherever you've come to, allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Feel your body soften, the muscles, the limbs, relaxing, releasing, and being held here by the ground. We're supported here. We're safe to relax and release. And simply take a deep breath into the body. And just soften into your ribs. Maybe moving back into the fingers and toes. Feeling back into the body, coming back into the space. Might take some bigger movements, maybe stretch out an arm or big yawn, rolling to one side if you want, curling up into a ball. A moment to yourself to acknowledge this time that you've given yourself, but also how you work with your body and what your body is going to do. And gently we make our way up to sitting. When we're seated, can we ground through the sitting bone? Lengthen the spine long, the eyes can be closed or gaze lower, then bring hands together at heart center. The top of the head reaching towards the sky. If you have an intention, repeat it back to yourself. And if you don't, just notice your breath and how you're feeling. We'll seal the practice together, taking a deep breath in through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Let's find one more deep breath in. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.